In today's education news, school support staff aim for a £3,000 a year pay rise. Yeah, the unions Unison, GMB and Unite have submitted a claim for £3,000 at all pay points for 25-26 for school staff and local government employees, which is more than needed given the incredible job support staff do. Now, when the discussions were happening about teacher pay and the pay rise for teachers, I did make a video explaining why it is different for school support staff, how it's a slightly different system, and school support staff are actually employed by local governments. So it's good to see that this is happening, but what needs to happen is a system where teachers and school support staff can all be given the pay rise through the same system. But they have also called for school support staff to have the right to take at least one day of leave within term time, a minimum hourly rate of £15, an extra day of holiday, and for the working week to be reduced by 2 hours, which, knowing how dedicated and hard-working support staff are, will probably end up working that anyway. The unions had to accept a £1,290 pay rise for this year, even though the Unison head urged members to reject this disappointing deal, but accepted it after not enough members voted in the union strike ballot, which just goes to show whether you're a teacher, support staff member, you have to be in a union so that you can have your voices heard. So when ridiculous sort of announcements are made like this, you can vote to reject it because you know you deserve more. If these pay rise for support staff are accepted, schools and trusts have raised concerns about funding them while facing the pressure of budgets, which we know. The 2.8% pay rise for teachers, the DfE have already said that there'll be no extra funding to pay for that, so that's going to then come out of existing school budgets, which could lead to even more cuts. Teaching unions have warned many schools would be forced to make cuts to afford this. So whilst I am all for support staff getting a much needed, much deserved pay rise, it has to be funded. And my worry is that if it's not, all that's going to do is mean that schools are forced to make unnecessary cuts, which will have a detrimental impact on students. And with the budget schools are facing, it just means that we're going to be expected to do more with less.